What's up, collectors? Channel today we're going to be taking a look at our first in-hand images of Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Class Exo-Suit Spike Witwicky. So we already know how the figure was going to look and all that, and you know what it brings to the table thanks to these two images that were leaked, but we never had the actual in-hand images or any promo pictures whatsoever. So we didn't even saw, you know, the articulation pieces and the components that make this guy a good figure. We just got this image and we just kind of went from there, you know, interpreting the actual figure itself and speculating and all that fun stuff, but we never saw the actual raw images of the figure, so we didn't know what the figure offers. So now, thanks to we got the actual first official images of the figure itself. I don't know if it was him or Prime vs. Prime. They compete all the time in terms of which one is the first to bring the review, but you know, this time with Cheffatron, and as you can clearly see, the figure looks amazing. I mean, look at these angles. You can clearly see the sculpted and detail, the paint distribution, everything that this guy brings to the table is here, and I'm really excited. I was already excited when I saw, you know, the actual images of the boxes that were leaked, but now that I see the in-hand images and the scale and how it looks next to all the Autobots, man, I'm really excited about this one. In terms of accuracy, this guy brings it to the table. You can clearly see the left photo right here of him. You can see that just pretty much a copy and paste. The arm are exactly the same. Obviously the face go and the whole compartment of the actual face itself looks amazing. Really nice indeed, and really accurate as well. The feet are accurate as well as the legs. Pretty much everything just full 360 degrees is a copy and paste from his G1 representation as well as the 1986 movie. So overall on accuracy, man, 10 out of 10. Now, one of my biggest questions when I saw this figure was the face go, how it was gonna look, and on the box I didn't get a clear look of how this figure was gonna be interpreting this side of things. And well, you don't see no eyes, the mouth is, you know, kind of there, kind of not. The nose is decent, the hair is kind of good, and every other angle looks okay, I suppose. But the eyes, man, I was kind of curious on how they were gonna go ahead and, you know, put these eyes on the figure itself. And as you can clearly see, he has absolutely no eyes whatsoever. It's kind of awkward, man. At the very least, they should have, you know, put, you know, a couple eyes on the actual figure itself, because this guy is a human, you know, he needs to see it. It's kind of awkward. That may be the only con that I have with the entire figure, because I honestly don't care about the mouth. I don't care about the accuracy or sculpted in detail of the actual face go itself. As long as it looks okay, it's fine. It can move, it can transform, you can go ahead and display with the rest of the Autobots. There's not much you can ask for in terms of this price point of $10. So I'm really happy with what they created. But man, the eyes, like, why did they go ahead and put two eyes on this figure? Now, he does come with these two blast effects that in my opinion look amazing with him, but the question is, can you go ahead and, you know, put it with some other figures, like for example Hot Rod, Optimus, Megatron, I suppose, any other core classes, and even the normal deluxes? I'm really curious about that. But you know, in terms of that, I honestly don't ask for much. They look decent at the very least, and they get the job done. Now, moving on into the comparisons, you guys can see how this guy looks and scales with the rest of the core class. Here is Bumblebee, and while they scale fantastically, obviously Bumblebee is supposed to be the bigger foe on this case, and in my opinion, the Daniel that counts with Slug scales beautifully in comparison to this scale in particular. But who cares? I'm not going to be displaying it with Bumblebee, and I know you guys are not going to be displaying it with this Bumblebee in particular. The one to go is the Netflix one that they scale beautifully. In terms of how they look fantastic, but on scale it's kind of iffy. Now, you cannot compare Spike with the Autobots only, you have to compare with Daniel as well, and well, you can obviously see you know, the differences of quality here. You can see the articulation pieces there, the scale looks fantastic, and Danny just looks like he is just ready to go into the box again, because my particular diner has not left the box since I got Slug, and he's gonna stay there pretty much forever. But moving on into the comparison that I was looking forward to with the rest of the Autobots, you can see Jazz, you can see Bumblebee, and the scale is fantastic. It's like you just, you know, saw the movie. It did just jump from the screen into your display, and this is how they look. You can see Bumblebee scaling fantastically with Spike as well as Jazz, and I'm really excited to see this exact same display on my collection. I cannot wait, honestly. Now, in terms of the vehicle mode, me personally, I'm not going to go ahead and display this guy on this mode because I'm not that attached to the mode itself, and in my opinion, it has always looked awful. But anyway, you can see that the skeleton detail and the painted shoe can translate beautifully in this weird looking mode. You can see that the wheels are kind of lacking on the back. It's supposed to have wheels. You can see, you know, the skeleton detail of the actual wheels themselves, but I would appreciate it if they actually put 2 wheels on that area. The face gold looks amazing. You know, like a front of the vehicle mode, and yeah, that's about it. Again, man, I'm not particularly a fan of this mode, and you know, what can I tell you? Also, this is how he looks with the blast effects on. You can clearly see the translation between the roller mode to the vehicle mode, and now they become the propellers, I suppose, making, you know, go fast and stuff, and they look as good as they did on robot mode. And last but not least, for the comparison on Core Class Vehicle Mode with another Core Class Vehicle Mode, so you guys can see, you know, the scales, how it's going to look with the rest of the Core Class. You can see, you know, the comparison with Hot Rod. It is scale pretty much exactly the same. Obviously, Hot Rod looks way better than this monstrosity. And, you know, again, what can I tell you, man? I'm not a fan of this mode, but in terms of scale, they're pretty much exactly the same. And I suppose they look fantastic, right? Right? But anyway, with that being said, that brings us to the end of the video. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really interested to see and know your opinion on the series, especially we're going to go ahead and pick this guy up, or is a pass for you. And obviously, shout out to Chefratron. Pretty much the entire video goes to him. Go ahead and watch his review. Link is going to be in the description down below. He is a fantastic YouTuber. I've been watching him for years now, and the content that he makes is fantastic, believe me. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for the entire thing. I hope you enjoy. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you to algorithm and helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get anything, any value anime content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers Studio Series Core Class Exo-Suit Spike Witwicky.